We're excited to get started. Our team looks very similar to how it did last year. We lost Maddie Lutweiler to, she exhausted her eligibility, and we gained one freshman, Sophie Guo. So all 5 players that played for us at Nationals are back this year, and that's a very competitive group, so we're excited to get the season started. The Onica, as Sean said, is our first tournament. We leave Saturday. And that is a very strong field. So right off the bat, it's I think most top 10 teams are participating. So it's a bit of a litmus test right off the bat for us, and kind of will let us know where we are, at least at the start of this season.
Question? So how much stronger is your team? Oh, sorry. So with so much experience coming back and so much professional experience on different levels, how much stronger do you feel like your team is?
I think we're, from a talent standpoint, we're the same, but we're a very motivated team. The way the season ended last year had a bitter feeling to it because the possibility was there to knock that out. So talent's there, the motivation is there, and I'm excited to get the season started.
Caitlin playing in the U.S. Women's Amateur, getting around to 32. Sarah playing in British Women's Amateur. I mean, what does all that semi-professional experience do for them?
I think it adds to their confidence. And Caitlin played in the Women's U.S. Open also. That was just to get into that tournament is it's a hard thing to do. And she got in there. She was medalist at her site, so that means she beat a lot of professionals. And then that's her first professional event that she's ever played in. So she did fine, but it was a learning experience. And all that adds up to, more experience, more confidence, I think. And same with Sarah. She got to the Sweet 16 of the British Am. Anytime you're having finishes like that in big events, I think it adds to your belief system, and for a golfer, that's critical.
Obviously you have all that experience coming back, but outside your top 5, who are some of your other maybe younger golfers you're expecting to push those top 5 and get content for one of those spots?
Yeah, we've only got 3. Sophie Guo is our freshman, and she's very capable. She'll likely crack our lineup very quickly. And then we've got Kelly Zach and Marin Chipola pushing our 6th person, our 5th person. So it's competitive there towards the end of the lineup right now.
Coach, just how does it feel to be preseason top 5 in all the polls, and what does that do for this team moving forward?
Feels good. You have a good team when you're getting mentioned like that. So it gives you hope that you can do some great things, but you still got to play the tournaments, where you still have to go out and compete. You still have to work hard and be motivated if you want to beat the best teams in the country. It's nice to be in that conversation, though, for sure.
And then you mentioned how it ended last season. Mentally, it just so happened, the last 2 girls came down to the last 2 putts or whatever. What did you have to tell those girls specifically, and to not let it linger, and mentally, do they understand, hey, it's golf, and we're going to get another opportunity this upcoming season?
Well, in the moment, no. You just experience pain, and I don't think you can tell them anything to kind of get rid of that right away. You're going to feel that. We all felt that. But you remind them what we did. That's what I tried to do. You remind them of the season that we had. We won conference by 37. We won regionals by 9. That was the first time we had ever done that in our program's history. And we were the medalist at the NC2As by 8. And then we won 2 other times. You can't just look at how it finished. You also got to look at the totality of the season, and that's what I tried to remind them of. It was an incredible season, And we're going to, and by the way, we'll get a couple more cracks at this. So, and that's match play. That's part of it. You're going to win your share, and you're going to, the closer you get, and then you get knocked out, the more pain you're going to feel. And that was kind of the deal. And that's, you know, that's part of being a competitor and playing athletics.
Since she is a senior and the oldest of your top 5 from last year, what is Emily's role? What do you expect from her leadership-wise this year?
Well, I want her to play to her highest level for sure. And then as far as, I hope a lot of that experience gets expressed in team meetings and on the road. I hope that she's vocal and in that way. But I've got a really good group. I really do. They're all individually motivated. And Emily's right there. Emily's a great leader in a lot of ways. Her play in the classroom, off the golf course, she really is a model citizen. I would say that's my hope, is that she's vocal and let's, in the team meetings, she just expresses what, a senior should express.
What kind of teams are you expecting to see during the fall schedule, and what kind of went into putting the schedule together?
Well, you have to earn the invite to the Annika. That will be the best teams in the country, and that was just via our ranking at the end of last season. We always like to go to Norman, Oklahoma, just to compete there, and they always have a very good field there, so it's a nice tournament to travel to. We host our tournament in October. That falls right either second or third week of October usually, and that will be a good field as well. And then we added the Bahamas, partly because it's the Bahamas, and then also because you earn the winner of that event will earn an LPGA Tour exemption. And for me, that was big. Yeah, I'm always wanting my players to get into events like that. That's where they want to be ultimately, and experience like that in college is invaluable.
Read Sophie's bio, born in China, so he won 5 tournaments already. How would you assess her game and her strengths?
Very accurate. Surprisingly, if she's small physically, but she's got great club head speed. She's probably 3rd on my team with club head speed, and but her game is kind of built on accuracy. She hits it very straight, and her iron plays very sharp. And she arrived here and shot 69-69 right off the bat in our qualifying, and put some people on notice.
How's Haley doing, Coach, and how big of a jump is it from freshman year to sophomore year?
She's doing great. She really is. She's excited to get going as well, like they all are. I mean, first team All-American as a freshman, that's hard to do. So that really is who she is. She's a phenomenal player. Haley is. And what I tell Haley is just get out of your own way. If you can do that, you're going to play pretty good. And I really believe that. She puts her expectations really high sometimes, and it puts a little bit too much pressure on her. She puts it on herself at times. And if she doesn't do that, she stays out of her own way, she's gonna perform well pretty much every time.
Other questions?
Do anything this summer?
Did I? Recruiting. We did. We took a little family vacation to San Diego, so.
All right. And where's the NCAAs this year?
In Scottsdale, Arizona. We play a Gray Hawk. It'll be there the next 3 years in a row.
Okay. Apologize for walking in late, but
That's all right.
have you figured out why you're not number 1 yet?
We're pretty good. I was telling Ann, I'm just happy to be in the conversation. If you're in the top 5 in all the polls, it means you're pretty good. So, but I know those other teams are pretty good too. And if any one of us plays well that week, that's probably your winner. But we're one of those teams.
How does the bottom of the lineup handle being at the bottom of the lineup, knowing how good they are?
You're talking about on my team? I think they know. I mean, if you want to be in the lineup, you got to play really well. And if you don't, then you likely won't get in the lineup. You know that when you come to Texas. You should anyway. They're not okay with it, but they understand it.
Just out of curiosity, Coach, just obviously you're the women's head coach, but we know what you did on the men's side. When you see everyone winning on the tour now, guys you recruited, how does that make you feel? And then when you get a chance to see them, people are wondering about where Jordan is, and then they see the excitement of where Dylan's game is going, and then Kramer, he's just your thoughts on all of that and the sense of happiness and letting people know whether they're doing good or bad. These are great guys and great golfers.
Well, it makes you proud, for sure. And we had all those guys back this weekend. Obviously, yesterday they came back, a lot of them. And it's fantastic to see. There's a number of guys out there now, young guys. Scotty Scheffler, Doug Gim got their tour cards. Kramer Hickok, man, I can remember when he arrived as a freshman, he was averaging 76, 77. And I probably should stop right there, but he wasn't ready at that time. You know, he's a freshman, typical freshman. But talk about improvement every single year of his life, and now he's on the PGA Tour. It's incredible. So it makes me proud, to answer your question. It makes me proud to have been around those guys and watch them turn into tour players.
Was Doug there yesterday?
No.
Doug and Scotty had PGA Tour orientation.
Did you get to watch Doug's putt live? Were you?
I just saw it after.
Saw it after?
Yeah.
Can you imagine the nerves? Just, I mean.
Oops, sorry about that.
Recruiting?
You know what's funny is I'm used to Sunday finishes, and I congratulated Doug after Sunday's round, and I go, oh wait, and before I could correct myself, he texted me back. He's like, hey man, there's one more day. I was like, oh my gosh, did I just jinx this guy? And he ends up getting in by a shot. I mean, I was going to feel so bad if he didn't get his tour card the next day.
Would there ever be a bigger putt that you could ever think of? I mean, even to win a major, it feels like that's the one.
Probably not. Honestly, I mean, that's your livelihood for the next year and perhaps the next several years and several dollars, millions of dollars. So no, honestly. Not until he has a putt like that for a PGA Tour win or a major or something like that. That was a huge putt.